What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? My peeps, my peoples, we are in the building, peep squad. Let's get down to the situation, but please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get to it. Let's talk about the shadiness that is going on out here in these streets. Let's talk about Miss Phaedra Parks. She is up there and she is on the Wendy Williams show and she is throwing shade, baby, all the shade that she can throw, but she could have threw a lot more. And let's get into the situation when we talk about Sonya. Sonya recently did an interview with Kandi Burruss speak on it, and she tried to explain her shady ways. We're gonna get to it, but let's check out Miss Phaedra Parks on the Wendy Williams show, throwing her shade and letting us know what she's doing. It sounds like Miss Phaedra Parks out here in these streets got a whole lot of business going on in Dubai, and she's actually selling sea moss powder, and it's alleged that she has a part in a electric company. So y'all tell me what y'all think about the situation. Let's get to it.
I've seen her out, but I mean, Canda's a great businesswoman, but that was 6 years ago.
It was.
And so as you well know, I'm yachting in Dubai. So, I'll leave the girls in Atlanta on the Titanic.
I got you.
So,
Now, speaking of Dubai, you showed up in the Real Housewives of Dubai trailer.
Yes.
And the internet almost broke.
Miss Phaedra Parks is out here throwing her tea as usual, and not the sinking ship, not the Titanic. Lord, what is going on in this situation? So we see that Phaedra Parks is going to be over there debuting, for Real Housewives of Dubai, and also, she looking good over there handling her business. But if she get any lighter, what we gonna do about the situation? And then, Phaedra Parks is out here doing her thing when it comes to Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. Baby, she is everywhere but the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Lord have mercy, but Phaedra, you looking bright, too bright out here in these streets. You guys let me know what you think about this situation. So are we ever gonna see Phaedra on the Real Housewives of Atlanta? Not if Kandi Burruss has anything to say about it, and it seems like she's calling shots over there, point blank period, because Bravo, the franchise, and everybody want Phaedra Parks to be a part of the Real Housewives one way or another. It might not be Real Housewives of ATL, but they got her out there in Dubai, and Andy was calling Phaedra and said, you got a friend on the show that's in Dubai, that's your girlfriend? Well, girl, come through, we want to film. And also, he's the one that asked her to be on Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. He says he loves him some Faye, but he doesn't have the power to bring her back on the show. It is what it is, but you guys let me know what you think about that situation. So let's get down to this situation. So we have Sonya Ross. She basically was on the Kandi Burruss show, and she was throwing all types of shade at Drew. As you guys can see, Kandi and Sonya and her husband, they're all chilling, going to Disney World with their children. So they have developed a relationship and a friendship. And in any event, it seems like Sidora is out the door, and Sonya no longer needs Drew or their friendship or their relationship or being an associate, because she basically came in, she made her friends, but she needed somebody to introduce her to the ladies and also give her a little bit of tea of what's going on and what's happening, what you should do, what you should not do, even though Drew don't really understand that tactic, but she knows a little bit because this ain't her first season, this is her second season. And then you have Sonya, which ambushed Drew on last night episode of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I mean, just called her out in front of the ladies. She didn't care how Drew felt. She didn't care like if it was going to be humiliating for her when she's already been humiliated on the show. Sometimes it's her fault and sometimes it's not, but at the same time, you're mad at her because of a situation that went down with Shereé and how she responded to the situation, and you really was appalled by it, and you didn't want to really attach yourself to Drew, and that's wonderful. But one thing you could have done is basically spoke to Drew privately and then brought it up to the girls. And one thing is for sure, Shereé said that she was not feeling Kandi because Kandi went back and told Marlo and Kenya Moore that Drew told her that Shereé doesn't pay her bills, okay, from the assistant Anthony. And Shereé called out Kandi and said, Kandi, you're supposed to be my friend. How come you didn't come to me and tell me what Drew told you? And Kandi apologized and said, I was definitely wrong by doing that. And who was sitting at the table when that happened? You know, Miss High Horse Sonia was basically out here at the table, and she heard what Shereé said to Kandi. Instead of Kandi running off at the mouth spreading the rumor, she could have addressed Shereé. But Sonia actually did the same thing that Shereé accused Kandi of doing. Instead of going to talk to Drew, what did she do? She went to go talk about Drew and her business and everything to Kenya Moore, you know, because she was filling out the waters to see how Kenya and Drew relationship really was, because she already knew that Marlo really wasn't feeling Drew because of last season and because she's connected to Porsha. And Marlo basically has flip-flop, and it seems like when it comes to Sonia, she is doing the same thing and she's following the same blueprint. But in any event, when the girls decide to shade and turn on Sonia because they need something going on the show and she's easy picking because she's a newbie, we are not going to feel sorry for you. I know you think that you're secure, you got your peach, these ladies love you, but just like you threw Drew under the bus because you was not bringing anything to the show, no fashion, no makeup, no style, no nothing. I mean, it really doesn't seem like when it comes to the financial aspect, when it comes to living glamorous, Sonia is not that girl on the show. So in any event, it is what it is, and Sonia was really out here shading Drew really bad, basically saying that we are not friends, we are associates, we just basically getting to know each other. And Drew was running off at the mouth telling her all her business. Well, Drew might have been telling you her business because she trusts you, and she probably felt like you were different, you were new, and she also probably wanted some advice because you are a married woman as well. Instead of supporting the girl, you shade the girl, humiliate the girl in front of the girls, basically so you can get close to the girls and so you can keep your peach, because you have not brought anything to the season. There's nothing, like, we don't even know that you there. We wouldn't even know that you exist if it wasn't for you calling out Drew and being shady and basically pointing out Drew's shortcomings when you have a lot of shortcomings as well, because the way that you move last night on the Real Housewives of Atlanta and the way that you moved on Speak On It with Kandi, it shows that you have a lot of flaws and you're not a good friend. Point blank, period. And we know why you doing it, girl. You need that money. You need that check. And everything. I know you said on Kandi's show that you are a commentator. You have a deal with Nike, but that's really not paying your bills. You want the Real Housewives of Atlanta to pay your bills. You want the check that Drew's getting. You want the check that Marlo is getting. You want the check that Kandi's getting. You want the check that Kenya Moore is getting. You want the check that Shereé is getting, and you want to keep that peach. So therefore, you know you had to turn up because you were very invisible so far this season. And so who is the easy person to turn up on? The person that trusts you, the person that's telling you their personal business, the person that is telling you everything about them and being authentic to you in private. That's the girl you turn on camera. Ooh-wee. And then you was up there saying that Drew is acting like she's Beyonce and trying to compete with Beyonce because she has all these stylists and she has all these makeup artists. Well, girl, you need to learn and get some, because, girl, these dresses and these outfits that you've been wearing on the show, we wouldn't be caught dead in them, point blank, period. Okay, instead of hiring family, hire some real people that know what they're doing to, at least if you don't live a glamorous lifestyle, at least look like you're glamorous. No, you don't, baby. But in any event, when it comes to Sonya, she threw a lot of shade and she said that, oh yeah, she picked me up. Well, Drew picked me up in her car. And then Kandi threw shade and said, well, Drew, she picked up, LaToya forever when she needed help. And then Sonya said, well, if Drew wants to be a car service, she should go in business. Ooh, what a shade. That was good shade, fun shade, but it was nasty shade. So it just sees girls turn on you. Believe me, we're not going to feel sorry. And most people are going to say you deserve it. What goes around comes around. And your turn is coming. When the season gets boring and dry and you on it, believe me, you're going to be fair game. And they're going to eat you up and spit you out. And you're going to be shocked and stunned just like Drew was last night. And also, Sonya continues to say that I don't really know her like that. And then Sonya says that she did not really like the situation when it came drop it with Drew. And she says Drew was just the face of the company. She really wasn't, following the plan because she had these surgeries done. Yes. So she's the face of a company. She's promoting a company. But catch this tea, y'all. Sonya also said that she has a fitness company. She's fitness. She's this, she's that. And she has diet plans, meal plans. She has all types of things to help people lose weight. And that's what she's been promoting for a long time. So therefore, she was jealous as well of Drew because Drew is the face of a company that she really doesn't own. But Sonya wants to be the face of health. She wants to be the face of losing weight, diet, and things of that nature. And who is the other person on the show that is doing that and trying to promote it and drop it with Drew? Is Drew. So therefore, it's more than just Drew being who Drew is, because Drew is very wishy-washy, but she's also has a lot of psychological issues. When it comes to Sonya, she's trying to have a fitness program be displayed on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So if you kick Drew out the way and basically calling what she's doing for health and fitness and wellness Bugazi, Fugazi, Egazi, and then you being the gold medalist on the show coming with your situation, that's how you get money and that's how you get clients. That's how you get people, because now you have your husband that is a two-time Super Bowl winner, and so therefore this is about money. It's all about money. It's nothing about Drew's behavior. It's about Sonya and her husband trying to get that money, because if you do your research, when it comes to people that have won gold medals in the Olympics, most of them are broke, other than the ones that we see that are still trending on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Okay? And they usually go broke right after they get their gold medal, because they only get a certain amount of money, and that's it. The money comes from the endorsements, TV shows, commercials, products. And what have we seen Sonya do? Nothing but the Real Housewives, okay? And she may be a sports commentator, but she's not a sports commentator that goes viral. And she says that she has a deal with Nike. I just brought some Nikes. I didn't see you anywhere in the promotion. I didn't see you on their main page. I didn't see you anywhere. So in any event, don't get it twisted. This is about money. And that's why she dissed Drew. She wants to push her out the way, because we know when it comes to Kandi wants her friend Monyetta Shaw to be a peach holder. And when it comes to Shereé wants her friend Fatima, or Akon's girlfriend or wife, to be a peach holder. Okay? And Drew doesn't really have any connections or friends on the show. So her peach could be easy given away. So y'all tell me what y'all think.